Welcome to the channel, boys. I'm gonna show you my rocket fuel plant and rocket fuel generator. Okay, I start showing you from the oil until we get to the rocket fuel. I'm gonna cover every part to my best of ability. Okay, here we have an oil extractor overclocked. We're getting 900 cubic meters per minute of oil. It's split into pipes. Each is 450. And then we're moving to the first stage of the factory. Okay. Here we have first pipe, second pipe and the storage. We have 12 refineries overcooked to 250%, making heavy oil residue. So from that 900 oil, crude oil, we are making 1200 heavy oil residue and 600 polymer. Second stage is the diluted fuel. We are using water with heavy oil residue to create fuel. So by 100 heavy oil residue we are producing 200 fuel. 1 to 2. Again 12 blenders overcooked 200%. We are producing now 200 2400 fuel. And the next stage is the third stage where we create the rocket fuel. We have now 4 inputs with storages for each for the blenders. So it's big complicated stuff, so we can divide it. I'll show you a bit later. 12 blenders overclocked to 200%. We need fuel, nitrogen gas, sulfur and coal with the alternate nitro rocket fuel recipe. And we're producing rocket fuel and byproduct of compact coal. So 2400 fuel, we're making it into 3600 or 3600 rocket fuel, which goes into 6 pipes and 6 buffers above in the logistic floor. We have big buffers of sulfur, coal and nitrogen gas. Basically, let me get my spreadsheet. This is my calculation for everything. So it should be 100% efficient. So we have the oil, byproduct polymer, the refineries. We're producing 1200 cubic meters of heavy oil with 12 blenders and addition into water. We are producing fuel, 2400 cubic meters of fuel, and then 12 blenders with 2400 sulfur and nitrogen gas. We are using 1800 cubic meters and 1200 coal to produce 3600 rocket fuel. That's how much sulfur I have input, so I have extra. The coal is perfect and the nitrogen gas input is exactly as what we need. So that number and this number is exactly what is going in the factory. So this plant is huge and still not finished. It's a bit messy, but I hope it will work. Okay. And then the monstrosity. The fuel generators. 432 generators. Fueled by 6 main lines, Mark II pipes. That is extremely painful to do. Okay, I'll show you my blueprint. The fuel generators. It's really packed and a bit glitchy, but that's the best I can do. So I can fit 4 generators. So 4 generators fit exactly into 5 by 5 by 5 this blueprint designer. So here is the main line that comes inside, splits here into 2, and there's those 2 comes here, comes here, comes here, comes here. We got a place to put valves from the input, and then we have 2 floors, and we replicate the blueprint 90 times and 9 times 9 times. So that is for one line. So we have 72 generators in those 2 lines, in that line and that line. So 72 generators consuming 8.33 rocket fuel per minute. It's really close to maximum efficiency. As you can see, 8.33. So we have the first line, second, and then in the back the third. First floor, fourth, fifth, and 9. So if we sum this up, we have 72 generators per full pipe of rocket fuel, 6 times. We have 432 generators. Every generator is overclocked to 200%, so it's producing 500 megawatts of power. So we theoretically should be producing 216,000 megawatts or 260 gigawatts of power. of course we have losses because of the blenders, the extractors, the refineries. Everything has to consume power to produce the rocket fuel, but that should be close to 200 gigawatts. Let's see the setup of the trains. So unfortunately I decided to use for the first time in my builds liquid freights. They should work, but that is the biggest bottleneck in my build, because we need exactly 1800 nitrogen gas per minute, and anything less than that, if the blenders stop, the pipes will start draining and will get power fluctuation even if the train comes and delivers. So we have one train here, that is also for 1x4, one locomotive, 4 freights. So this guy is coming to this small node, and those 4 combined with that, they come to 4, so 4 nodes, 2 impure, 1 normal, and 1 pure. And we have the second train with the nitrogen gas, 3 freights, 2 for sulfur and 2 for coal. So there is a sulfur node somewhere here. The radar towers don't show it because it's not in the coverage somehow, so it should be somewhere here. And I have claimed 2 normal goals, and this nitrogen gas, I didn't want to make like huge pipes from here all the way here, and I wanted to use my main line for the train, but this train makes one trip for around 4 minutes, so I will have a minute and a half, or almost 2 minutes, without nitrogen gas. So everything will wait for the train and the generators will drain all the rocket fuel in that time, and we have a huge bottleneck. The machines will just fluctuate, the power will be really the power will be not stable at all. Batteries can make up for it, but it's still bad. Check the power. Yep, okay. So every generator is now turned off. So how I try to fix the issue with the fluids train, bringing nitrogen gas to the plant, I just made a second train. So I try to time them to be apart. So this one is parking here, and this is the second train that is coming to deliver. I'll try to delay this one so they'll be exactly. So one train is coming, and if it doesn't unload anything or load anything on that platform, it will wait for 25 seconds. That's for both trains. So we're waiting for the train. We're gonna hop and take a tour to the station, and then see the 2 sulfur stations, how I made them. It's a bit interesting because I used some balance loading belts, so I have exactly the half of the amount that I need. So This one is easy to balance because just one node and two so forth. Freights. But here I had 3 and then 1, and I had to balance them inside everything so I can easily split it into the input. So let me turn off the self-driving. Okay, this train is coming, so we need to hurry up. We cannot. We're still docking. Okay, I'm gonna turn off this one, cancel docking. So the generators are still not working. The pipes are full, they're on standby. So imagine me going 432 times to click standby. Now I have to do that same thing, but turning them on one by one, so I can make sure that the pipes in the generators, everything is full when I start turning them on. Otherwise we have the power graph like going like this, and it's never gonna be full because all the generators are taking exactly how much the pipe is providing. So we need either an injection so we can fill them up, or like lots of time and to be inefficient. And we don't want that. Okay, so I'm gonna start this train so we can time them and move them apart exactly by around 2 minutes. So I'm gonna send this train on its way to the station. Wait 2 minutes, and as soon as I see the train moving from the train station that it just loaded, I'm gonna start this train. Okay, I'm gonna manually move it in the station, so, or a little bit further than the station, so it's keep loading and unloading. Now for this train to come on the loading train station, load and start. Okay, it should take about 30 seconds more. Meanwhile, my friend almost captured all the nodes on the desert island, on the desert, just not no island, desert. So he's building a lot of tunnels, a lot of logistics, a lot of spaghetti for more than a week, only placing belts. That's madness. But he's almost finished, and after that all that resources will be going into advanced factory with the tier 8 tech. Then we're going nuclear, so let me just check the train. Okay, he just started on time. Okay, we're launching this one. So the idea is to have like 2 minutes or less input in the factory with nitrogen gas. I hope two trains should be enough, but if there is a big there is a discrepancy in the time, so after a long time, shit, this train is taking a long fuck. He's going back to the station, and then oh my god, fuck you. Okay, I gotta restart it. So probably I might need a third train, because with time one train will catch up to the other one, and they might create a like 30-40 seconds of time when the plant does not have the needed nitrogen gas to continue working. It is what it is. There is solutions to this. That's the challenge of the game, because normally the freights for the items hold so much more volume than the fluids freight. That means we need more input with one load, so we have bigger train, longer, with more fluids going into inputs, like joining in. So if I had to do that, I have three freights. To double the amount, I should have 6. That creates a longer train, and that should be dedicated, like only for nitrogen. And that the more trains you add on your train track, you have Queenie, and you have issues train. So this one is waiting for its turn. Let's make sure I don't make the mistake twice. So the moment it starts talking, I'm going to turn off show driving. Yeah, another way we can improve the fluid trains is just more trains. Have to make sure they don't queen up their spread like I'm trying to do. But that also creates an issue that the more trains you have, and any traffic jam can like halt the production. So that's a big challenge. I mean, you can make sure that nothing happens. Is just to have a dedicated track connecting to nothing other than the two stations that are loading and unloading the gas or the liquid. It is what it is. I mean, from here the distance is not that long, but if you need to take something from the desert and move it to the grasslands. Okay, it's time. Train started, this one started, okay. We're on the move. Gonna wait for the sulfur train, where it is. Oh, it's moving. Okay. I guess I'm gonna show that to you later. Now it's the time to make a save. Okay, that will be my save. So just make sure before anything bad happens So let me just make a double check and see that the buffers with the rocket fuel are full and are not draining. That one is full. Full. Ah. Ah. The fuck? Do we need to still feed them? Nitrogen gas. This one is full. Why are you not filling up, my dear fluid buffer? Yup, we need to fix that. So that's only those two. So the line that, yeah, okay. Thought I fixed that, but for some reason. Don't need those. It's a fucking gas. Does not need pumps. Wait. Why are you idle? Have everything when you're idling. Fuck. The call. I did not make a buffer. Okay guys. Make sure. Just make sure you don't make these mistakes. We need an overflow here. Power it, and any extra code that we create hey, now we're producing rocket fuel. Okay, so now we have to wait for the buffers to fill up. If they are not full, that means that the generator tubes pipes are not full. Okay, we have a few time. So let me check if we can get a train on board. Okay, this one is just going. This is going okay. They're keeping their time perfectly because everything is full. But I think when the first train unloads, when we start the machine and the first train unloads, it will take, I think, less time because the train is coming here. It tries to unload, but because of the buffers everything is backed up, the storage is full. It will wait for 25 seconds, and I think when the train unloads, without waiting, because there is a and or a condition on the trains for loading and unloading, so it can load and wait for some time or wait for 0 seconds, or you can use the or and wait when it cannot unload or load, so when it's either fully empty, nothing is going in or going out of the train, the second condition is triggered, whatever it is, when it is or gonna have a trip around the track. Enjoy. Now that we have made a trip around the track, we'll check the fuel buffers. They're full. See, we're consuming some of the sulfur and coal. Producing it. Let's check the buffers. It's filling up. So we have 3 of the pipes fully loaded with rocket fuel, and those take few more minutes. Almost full. If you saw for a second that I have summer slope here, the efficiency without the summer slope is 100%. But to make sure, to help the trains manage the nitrogen gas, I have decided to use one summer slope in each pipeline. So one here, one here, one here, here, and there. So we are consuming the same amount of nitrogen gas, but we are producing 1.25 more rocket fuel, or 75 cubic meters per minute more. So that way we can kinda mitigate a small issue with the train, not a large one but a small. So if I want to actually fix that, I can use just more summer slope, but for the time only I'll try with one summer slope, and I hope it works. Otherwise I might really need more summer slope, or have a third train bringing in more nitrogen gas, or third option is to have a second station with a second source of nitrogen gas, with a separate station here that is going to saturate with more and more nitrogen gas, so the system should not run out of nitrogen at all. Gas, I think, is easier to manage than water, because it flows everywhere without pipes. Like gravity does not affect it that much. Because when you see that you have lift 0 on a pump, then you have gas for sure. Almost full. This one full, this one full. Okay. Only two buffers need to be filled. And I think Mark II pipes are kind of fixed. Before they would be like 1 or 2% less efficient than 100. So if you need exactly 600 cubic meters per minute, you won't get it. So you don't have exactly 100% efficient. So now we have 600 and tube cubic meters somehow. All the pipe is showing exactly what we should see. I don't know why the industrial fluid buffer is showing this rate, but the game has a lot of old issues and for sure new issues. I just don't want to talk about the issues, because if I start, it will be 2 hours run. There's so many things that I saw in the 200 45 hours since 1.0 came out. Okay, we're almost full. Almost full. I want to be for sure full because that can be a question if it's gonna work or not. Okay, we're sinking. The compact core, I think I'm gonna use it for smokeless powder or something else, or maybe generate some power with it. Can make the amount of rocket fuel I was calculating originally was 10,800 rocket fuel per minute, and that turned out to take 90% of the sulfur on the map. Like what I saw with tier Mark with Mark 5 belts, we can have 8,400 sulfur per minute. So it was taking like 7,200 sulfur per minute, and that would be like I downscaled. So instead of I was going for 2700 crude oil, but I'm using now only 900 crude oil. So a lot less than I expected, but when I sold, even with that amount of crude oil, the yield of power is huge. I mean, they buffed the fuel generators to create more power, but the consumption went up. But then we have this recipe combined with the heavy residue and the diluted fuel and the nitro rocket fuel. It's just so powerful to create power. Pun not intended. Okay, yay, the buffers are full. Almost full. Want to wait for them to be full. Don't tell me you're waiting. Oh fuck. Ah no. Okay, this is the sulfur train. Why are you here? Oh, it's on the station. Okay. Okay, the two trains for the nitrogen are moving exactly as expected for the steel for this moment. Okay, the moment we see that we're not creating any more rocket fuel, let me check my power because maybe I have left some generators. Somewhere, yeah, consuming more power. Don't know why? Look at the lights. Okay, look at the power consumption at the moment. Seven gigawatts of light. That train track is going around the whole map. The main line is just huge. It's just enormous, like going all around the map. Just show you. Command load loop in. Okay. The bigger line. different color. Okay, red. So it's going something like that. Around the map. Well, there are a bit more turns, but like something like that. And yeah, something like that. And we have a huge turn here for my friend's base that is in the desert. Okay. Okay. But not here, not here. So if you're producing that means the buffers are not full. Okay, let's go check the generators then. If I left any pipes open. This one's full. If you read, rain reads. So we have the buffers full, but they're still draining. That means... Yep, the pipe is not full. And I need them to be full. Okay, I'll be back when it's done. And welcome back. The fluid buffers seem to be full. They're not draining anymore, so I assume the pipes are full. Trains are moving accordingly. So it's time for the big time lapse. What I mean by that, every single generator here is in idle, in standby mode, and I have to click 432 times the switch for all the time lapse. Alright. Oh, that was done. 432 clicks of a switch. Let's check our power. Nice. Nice. 255 gigawatts. Look where our production went all up in the sky. Way above the maximum consumption. Even our, just with one augmenter, the power boost is like almost enough, more than enough for the consumption. I need to make a bigger battery. Yeah, so I can make use of that extra power. So next stage for the big factory with all items mass produced for tier 5 is now one step closer. We have the power to power it. Okay, I'm gonna be taking a break, a short break, and I'll be back with you. I'm gonna monitor the thing if anything fails, and I hope it does not. See you around in a minute. And I'm back. Still producing. No peaks. Looks good. Okay, let's check the trains and the fuel buffers. Great. Great. That one's still full. Full. Filling and draining exactly, and we have the buffer full. Let's check the nitrogen gas. We have a train here. No. Buffer's full. Okay. Filling and draining. Let's check the coal. That's the lower part. for stocked. Have to wait for the unload to be able to see here. Draining the small buffers. It's done. I got that. That was it. So keep working. That was it, it's working. Very nice. Yay, more issues and bugs. More bugs, maybe. Yay. Oh man, it's working. I did it. My biggest project. The math proved to be correct. Thanks to the two trains that are moving in sync, and the summer slope that is helping to increase the efficiency and to reduce the amount of nitrogen gas consumption. We are actually stable. Can't believe it. Okay. Now what's left? It's huge, a lot of finishing the build, making it look pretty, good to the eye, pleasant and finished. We're gonna customize it a lot more. Yeah. Okay, boys. That will be it, but before I go, I will share you my spreadsheet down in the description. That's what I'm using actually. But here are the other calculations. That was the first calculation. I hope you understand it. First stage refinery, second stage blender, third stage rocket fuel blender. Some other calculations here. Abracadabra, I think you'll get it. It makes a bit sense for me, so I can know for each stage what my input is, when we overclock it, how much bearings I need, how much power it's gonna draw, approximately what are the input and output, and next stage and next stage, and then the generators. So a note for you, I calculated with 3 times the amount of crude oil I'm using. Instead of 900, I calculated for 2700. Because that's the amount of the crude oil that we can gather from this location. So we have this crude oil extractor. This one is pure, this 900, 600, 600, and two normals, 450. Crude oil So we can make, I mean, if anyone wants to do that, you can scale that 3 times. That same thing that I have. The production can be scaled 3 times. So instead of producing megawatts, 516 thousand megawatts, we can produce 3 times the amount. And with a power augmenter, that will be your boost. With 1 augmenter, 3 augmenters will be like that. 4, 5 augmenters, 6 augmenters. Yeah, boy. A gigawatt. A terawatt. Excuse me. Okay, see you around, boys. Bye bye.